Hey guys, how you doing? Evan with Guardian Cards and Comics here. I just wanted to take you through another tour for new comic release day. We've had a ton of our subscribers coming in and already pick up their books for 10% off, bagged and boarded. We have a bunch more coming throughout the rest of the week into the weekend that will also be getting their 10% off bagged and boarded books. You can do that all online on our website, guardiangamingvt.com. Set up your subscription there, pre-order some books. Pre-orders, you'll also get 10% off there, bagged and boarded, pick up on release day. But that's enough about the subscription service. We'll get into all that later on in some future videos. Let's get into this new release comic week. I just want to take a quick look. Surprising that we still have them. We have some David Nakayama Magic #1s, as well as some foil copies. I want to say this is the Ruan cover. Would have to look throughout a little more. Still have some of those in stock, Shane. A little surprised we have some of those. Definitely recommend Magic getting another reboot. These are some big time artists doing Magic. You also have a Ji-Hung Lee, I believe, right there in the middle. The 3 big time artists with sick covers there. Definitely recommend checking those out. But to the new releases this week. So Marvel came out swinging this week. Key of the week, in my opinion, Ultimate Spider-Man #13. Not going to tell you why because it's a little bit of a story spoiler, but it's a turning point in the series. Highly recommend getting into that if you haven't already. If you are reading it, you're gonna love this one. I haven't read it yet, but I'm super stoked. Know a little bit about what happens. I'm excited. I'll be getting into that tonight. You have that right next to the Uncanny X-Men series. Has been on fire. Most of our subscribers that lean heavy Marvel are all into Uncanny and say it's a ton of fun right now. They're loving the characters. I would recommend probably the Mike Mayhew Nightcrawler cover there. That's really cool art and really nice to see. Just that kind of realistic art there. Star Wars Battle at Jakku, Now the Last Stand, ending 12 of 12. That is done after this week. So Star Wars fans, highly recommend. If you've never got into it, we have a ton of them right now in store in our back issues bin. And then we still have some of these in stock, so you can see the entire Battle of Jakku, 12-part series. Highly recommend it. We got Phoenix 7, Scarlet Witch continuing with book number 8. Mystique 4, got a gorgeous Derek Chew Iron Man cover. D. Chew, gotta love them. Fantastic art, part of Art Germ Collectibles Group. Kid Venom #4, Helverine 2, Fantastic Four. What if Mickey and friends became the Fantastic Four? That would be cool. We'll have to see. Continuing, Amazing Spider-Man 66. This series will be wrapping up here in just a couple months, actually. Amazing Spider-Man, this is continuing the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man arc. Scotty Young now with the spider going down the drain. This art is actually really, really cool. Itsy Bitsy Spider, you know how that ended, So basically happening right here on a comic cover. Then you got the Mark Bagley variant there. Yeah, we're going to just get right by that. Anyway, so go right down here. Time Variance Authority #2, continuing first appearance of Dot Clock. That is a key. You also have Doctor Doom and Rocket Raccoon #1. This is going to be the first of a 6-part series, not these characters specifically, but it's going to be 6 one-shot issues of 2 unlikely characters kind of commingling within a story. So that's really cool. You got a few different cover choices here. Definitely recommend taking a look at that one. X-Men Xavier's Secret. It's a combination of 6 books that were released in previous past, combined into that. Wolverine Revenge and What If Galactus, continuing with What If Galactus Transformed Rogue. A few different covers there. Moving on to DC. You got your Detective Comics continuing with 1093. I don't know who did that cover, but that is really cool. You have Black Canary, Best of the Best, #3. Key for DC this week. Absolute Wonder Woman #4, first appearance of Gia Candy, I believe. So first appearance in that. You also have a sick, me and Shane just saw this, Leslie Lyrics Lee, 3rd printing cover, cardstock for Absolute Wonder Woman #1. If you're a fan of Lyrics like I am, this is a must-have this week. Continuing through DC, you got Justice League Unlimited #3. You got another one of those UV kind of raised foil books, as well as a few different covers here as well. I want to say that's a Nathan Zer. Yeah, who would have guessed? Right down there. Amazing. Nathan Zerdy art. I like that. Then you got Justice League continuing, going into Green Arrow, The Flash, DC Horror, Part 4 of 4. The series is going to be ending 4 parts. We have the final one here, and then we also have a few of our others in the back issues, so you might be able to actually complete that whole series if you swing on into Guardian. DC finishing out with Wonder Woman and Superman's continuing series, as well as Metamorpho, the Element Man. Don't know much about him, but that's a cool name. All right. On to the independents. Not a ton of action going on with the indies this week, just kind of continuing on in their stories. Ones to keep an eye out for would be Void Rival 16. That is actually a really cool series by Robert Kirkman. Highly recommend checking it out. That one, this specific book is actually a key book. Not going to go into exactly why, but that one is specifically. So if that's a series you're checking out or have any interest in, this might be the time to go back through the back issue bin, get the older issues, maybe see if you can get yourself caught right up and get right into the story. Apparently, this is a very impactful issue. Hyde Street number 3, continuing that in the Ghost Machine saga by Jeff Johns. You have G.I. Joe continuing with the Real American Hero, issue 313. Not to be confused with the G.I. Joe that just rebooted. That's on issue number 3. That is the continuation of the one that has been going on for, I want to say, 20 plus years at this point. A few more indies going through Image. You saw a few of these last week, like Finders Keepers, Witchblade, and Moon is Following Us. Moving on to IDW, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Naruto. Moving on to book number 2. I honestly had low expectations for this book, and it blew me away. And I know based on our sales that it blew the community away. So definitely recommend grabbing book 1 if you're here, and then also grabbing book number 2 to follow up with it. Arcbound, moving on to issue number 3. That's been picked up by almost all of our subscribers this morning. I personally do not know what's going on in that series, but apparently it's popular, so I would recommend taking a look at it. Epitaphs from the Abyss, going to go right through those. That's some more of the old EC kind of terror covers there. And then Hexiles number 3. That story, extremely cool. It is a very dark book, but highly recommend that one. And then for the kids readers to end the day here, Spidey and the Amazing Friends number 2. Those are always sold out every time they release, so I'm sure those will be gone by the end of today or tomorrow. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man 2, continuing on in that series. That's part of the Marvel Animation series. You have Little Batman. That's a really cool cover. I don't know who did this one. Patrick Ballesteros. That one's really cool. That's a sweet cover. I might grab that. Star Trek Lower Decks, Sonic the Hedgehog. We're on our last one shot, Best of Shadow. Sonic movie just came out. That has been a hot book. We only have one left, like I just said, and then we are completely out and probably won't ever get any more. Recommend taking a look at that. And then this book I just saw, didn't even see it earlier when we got it in, but it's got me kind of intrigued. The Patchwork Girl of Oz. That's really cool art style there. It's by Image, so you know it's got good backing. You never know when you're going to find a gem in the indies. So that's the new release comics this week. A lot of really cool titles, a lot of really cool artists. There's even an absolute Wonder Woman 4 by Pablo Villalobos. Lobos does a ton of covers. I highly recommend looking into that one. I skipped over it, my bad. But you know, check online, Guardian Gaming VT. We got our subscription service up there. Don't forget 10% bagged and boarded. And then available for pickup release day forward. We offer weekly, bi-weekly, monthly shipping, and then we also have local pickup. That's free, of course. Always ready within 4 hours. Thank you very much. Have a great night. Hope to see you soon.